All right, everyone. Looks like we got that one set up fast because we are already ready with our next run of not really a video game, you'll see what I'm talking about, of Gardeners with Alecat and nicosar. Take it away, y'all.
Howdy! Hi Multithon, I'm Alecat,
I'm nicosar.
and we are here to present a game. This
Yeah.
is Gardeners, a board game designed by Casper Lab, and it is a real-time cooperative tile placement game.
Quite a few things to digest, all just in that.
Yeah.
So the
We'll
broad
start
idea.
with tiles.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing.
And we are, the conceit of the game is that we're playing as gardeners, working for an extremely indecisive king, who will constantly come up with new ideas of how his garden should be arranged, and then constantly change his mind and forget about it.
We have some basic rules that we have to align to just in the placement of the tiles. So first off, we are trying to make a grid that is 6 by 6 square.
So we're not allowed to place tiles in a way that would exceed those limits.
In this
Can't put a
case,
seventh tile around there. And we have to have every tile placed in the grid before we can verify the shape that we're making. That's fine. That's not too complicated. What does make things complicated is that we will, over the course of the game, draw a bunch of these constraint cards. So just for an example, put this one down here.
So for your viewing pleasure, the cards that we place here will also be, I've got it blocked on my screen, I can't see what it is, but the other side of the card should be somewhere there for you to see.
Now, each constraint card is essentially a turn. So every turn will consist of one player drawing a constraint card, getting to see what's on the face of it, and then placing it face down so that their partner can only see the back of the card. And we are then forced to communicate without actually table talking by the simple actions of playing the game, whether or not the garden that we have built obeys that constraint card.
So right now on the back of this one, for example, I can see that your garden's too big. I can see that we are trying to build a path, so some of the features on the tiles will go through shortly, but I'm trying to build a path with a certain thing on the inside. So while there are no turns, there are actions that we can take.
Yes, so the most basic action we can do is initially everyone will start with a stack of tiles. When you have tiles in front of you, you put them in the play area. When you wish to remove a tile from the play area, you may pick up any tile that's on an edge, but you can't take it for yourself. You have to give it to your partner. And then they have to try and figure out what it is you want them to do with it. Possibly it's just in the way.
The thing you are absolutely not meant to do is put it exactly back where it came from. But whether or not we remember where it came from is part of the trick.
When you're taking tiles out, you're not allowed to create a break in continuity. So you're not allowed to take a tile out that would leave a split. So if you wanted to get this tile, you'd have to also remove the tile on the end of it. Connections between tiles have to be orthogonal. They can't be diagonal. So this would also be an illegal move.
The rule book says that you're not allowed to take from an inner space without first digging in. However, we are also allowing, if there's an empty space in the middle, that's an edge. So we're allowing removal next to an empty space in the middle. But
this would be illegal.
Yeah. So you're allowed to take a tile, give it to your partner, and you can place a tile. Those are the only two actions.
Once the garden's been built to a 6 by 6 size, players will verify whether or not their constraints have been met by saying either the king is pleased or the king is angry if they've not met the constraint. Once every constraint in play has been met, you alternate. The next player will draw a new constraint card, check it,
look at it,
put it in play, and we'll continue.
Once
we hit 3, and we've got it's verified this one, the oldest constraint card gets removed, scored, and we continue. So once we hit 3 constraint cards, there will be 3 constraints in play at all times. The standard rules of the game specify that you play for 15 minutes, and you simply see how high a score you can get. So 15 minutes is our soft deadline for this one. But the way we have chosen to make this a speedrun specifically is to try and achieve the threshold of 12 points that the game itself says this is the point at which you are ready to play the expert cards.
So we are playing 2 players. This game is actually for 1 to 4 players. The 1 player rules are a little bit different. And we're playing standard difficulty. So with the deck of cards that you're allowed to open when you first open the game box.
Without the expert cards present.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty much the long and the little of it.
That's largely it. It is a board game, so the rules of the game are not being enforced by anyone except ourselves, and perhaps our host might pop in and chime in and tell us that we've done something wrong. But
yes.
there is room to make mistakes.
We have committed, if we renege, we will be paying a donation penalty at the end of the run.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm sure it'll be fun either way.
Yes.
And
You
I
will
think
be pulled
we are...
off of stream with a cane if you make a mistake, just so you know.
Well, I think there's also a donation, the milestone that we're also aiming for. So, yeah. Broadly speaking, before we start play, these cards that we talked about, there's a lot of different categories of what can be on the backs. So they are things like adjacencies or non-adjacencies. So something's not allowed to be next to something. There are things that, basically force us to build out the garden in certain ways. And our time will start. The rulebook just says, look at a card, then place, look at one of these cards, turn over the timer, then place your tiles. We're going to make the time start be when this guy hits the table. So our first tile hits the table. So I think we're almost ready to get underway.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right.
Would you like to start, or shall I?
You can start. I think that's how we've been doing it normally. I don't have to do the timer this time.
All right, that's true. So we will be going in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. So we see, and while the rulebook is no table talk, we will be doing some explanations as we go. So it's not going to be a strictly, nice and good run.
Yes, we are not going to be working in complete silence because we think that's probably going to be a bit less than engaging.
And there might be things that, we might want to explain a little bit. So what's happened here is I've got this original pile, and the original pile has to go out in the order top to bottom. But if I've been given any piles, they're actually in a separate area, and they can be played out in any order that we like. But I'm just going to try and get my last tiles in. I have a feeling we have completed the objective. So let's just put this in.
The king is pleased.
Okay, next one. So this is a card about adjacencies. So certain things cannot appear on their own. Sorry, I don't know where I took that from, but you can have it. The king is pleased.
Brilliant.
Yours is still good.
I get to draw the next one.
Flow, what is flow? Okay, so this one's about having certain types of tiles only appearing in the middle of the play area. And okay, yeah. I'm just gonna rethink my okay. I see.
This is some of the most intense board game I've ever seen. I want to hold my breath when I look at the screen right now.
I'm holding my breath. And as I was,
can't do that.
Well, I'm giving that to you. I'm not allowed to place it straight back in. Let's just get them in and see whether. I think I was in the middle of saying sometimes it's hard to remember what your own card is.
It's true. The king is pleased.
Okay, I'm good too. So we score our first score.
So that was getting the orange flower inside a closed loop of road.
Okay. What are we? Oh, I'm discarding.
No, you're not. I scored my first one.
Oh, you
I was
scored your
first.
first one? Oh, what? Yeah, you scored that, so I draw this, and now I'm going to discard.
Oh, you're not discarding anything.
So this is the mercy mechanic.
Oh, yes.
Mercy mechanic. So we are allowed to discard cards. The first one you do is free. Subsequently, sorry, we're trying to play and explain at the same time, man. Subsequently, every card we discard is worth -1 point. Now we have a little bit of meta knowledge about this card. Okay. Ha, I see.
Yeah.
Something happened. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Do you mind if I step in with a quick reminder while we're playing here?
Yeah, go for
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah,
I
so
see.
Oh,
in
no,
addition to the current incentive that we have open for Played Up, and of course, the general great cause that is Blue Path, there is an additional incentive for people to donate, and that is if we get to our goal of $5,000. If we raise $5,000 over the course of this event, we get to name a puppy who will go through the Blue Path training program. A $5,000 donation helps cover the costs during the early months of a Blue Path puppy's life, including vet expenses, supplies, travel, and training gear. Multithon has named 2 puppies throughout our events, Thunder and Lightning, and we can name a third one if we get to $5,000 before the event ends, which I am more than sure is possible, but it'll only be possible with your donations. So please get those in.
Yeah, please do. There's a very worthy cause. Incidentally, the king is pleased.
Oh, the king is pleased by our donation.
Yes.
Oh, perfect timing then.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, I have to tick this up. Okay. We think we may have made a mistake earlier, so that'll be fun
It'll
to
be interesting to
verify.
find that out on the VOD.
So let me think what I have to do here now. My brain at the moment is pouring out of my ears.
Do you think that both of you know what the other objective is right now for the other player?
These are good questions.
That's where it gets tricky.
Oh, I am allowed to do that.
I wonder what's going through your minds. I know.
Ooh. I'm thinking something. So it is possible for impossible or very difficult situations to occur, which is partly why we have the discard mechanic. And I think I might discard again. I'm going to put some things in.
Taking the risky move, I see.
Yeah, I think Nico's got something in mind, so let's just see what we can resolve this.
Do you have something in mind, Nico? Is this true? Are these facts?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Maybe this is one of those times.
Ooh. Okay, I'm being given tiles. I have been given tiles. I think I'm at the point where I'm thinking I'm going to discard.
Okay, then do it.
Okay.
I'm really not sure why you bothered with that first discard.
You will find out. So we're at -1 point, and this hasn't happened in a while. Okay. Well, let's take this. Oh. We have to reconstruct a whole board after tearing everything apart.
I'm pretty confident I'm going to be able to tell you we could have done that last one easily after that.
I don't...
Pretty confident.
I can't remember. I thought we've scenarioed that one before.
What is 8 divided by 2?
Okay.
Anyway,
thank you.
Can you look at your own card, please?
I will look at my own card. Oh, yeah, okay. I see.
What?
I'm trying to commentate, man.
The king.
I think he's okay. Is he not okay? He's not okay. Let's see. Oh.
What is 8 divided by 2? Is that another one of your code phrases, or is that a literal question?
Is this
Is that a
table?
literal question?
Well, if we've got a bit of time after the run, we can explain it.
Oh,
I see.
Oh, I think I
I
see the
see.
problem. No? Oh, I don't know what that was. Okay. Okay. How we going?
King is pleased.
Okay. I did not, in fact, look at my end card. Okay. Let's start handing you this. Okay. Yep. Oh. Okay. Forgetting is sometimes as hard as remembering.
It's true. The king is pleased.
Let me double check. I'm good. Whew. Stress foul. Hang on, that was your discard, so it's my
Yeah.
draw. I see. I'm pleased. How are you looking?
You're sure about that?
I am. I'm sure about that.
It's a great
yes.
question, Alecat. Are you sure about
Am I
that?
sure about that? I am sure about that. But are you pleased about it?
The king is pleased.
There we go. I'm going to discard the older of the two.
Not that one.
Huh? This is
Is
the
it that
old
one?
one.
Okay, okay,
It's
never
the
mind,
old
never
one.
mind.
And then I'm going to tick up our score.
Yep, yep.
Okay. Cool. Some of the difficulty is always finding where in the board to build something. I'm going to try.
I just love how part of the game is making the other person
Yeah.
doubt that they've completed their objective.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see whether...
It's like gaslighting the board game, which I love.
I feel like that's something. Oh, okay. Oh, one.
Oh no, maybe not. Don't mind me.
Oh, he thinks he knows mine better than I know mine. I'm putting that in there. Do you know yours?
Everything I have is good.
Okay, cool. I think I'm good too. Okay, my draw. We are on 6. Hmm.
I think I'm understanding now.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in. I hope that I've still got mine. Mine's still
King is
good.
pleased.
Okay, king is pleased. 7. So time is when we get to 12 as our score. We've got another benches looking at something. Oh, I needed to check. Was mine still good?
We're very close.
Yeah, okay. We're looking at something. That's where it was looking. Amazing. No, it's not that one. I'm like, what else is in that direction? Oh no, okay, I'm being handed other things. Okay, okay. Huh? Huh. Wow. Hang on. Have we not had a thing that... No, we had that one.
You've jumped to conclusion.
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah. Blah blah. Blah blah. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, I see the other problem. Nico's smarter than me, I think. I just have a hunch. Buh.
Well, you have all the
The
opportunities to
king is
prove them wrong.
pleased.
Okay, there we go. I draw. Oh boy. I will VOD review this with you, dude, because I think that one of them was impossible and the other one was just going to be pain.
Would have been trivial.
Okay, okay. Numbers. So we got one of the path ones, and there's 4 of these, and they're
These are
all
the ones
annoying.
that you want to use the discards for, but
Yes.
sometimes your
They-
hand is forced.
They are, in fact, the ones that we want to use the discards for. Here are the tiles that I want. Oh, hecker. So yeah, there are some groups with numbers on them. You'll see a plus or an exclamation mark on them, and they don't mean factorial. They just mean
While we're almost getting to the end of this game, I do just want to remind everyone that we do have that open incentive, or open milestone, I should say, for PlateUp to make all of our players always choose the harder meal. Now, of course, that run itself is already going to be chaotic, but you can make it even more chaotic. We are a little over $100, which is very possible, but time is going to run out quicker than you think. So please get those donations in soon.
I'm being foxed by my own. There we go. Blah, 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 blah.
And speaking of hard games, this looks like an incredibly difficult situation that you're in right now.
It's a little bit sticky.
What do we need to do here? There we go. And then we've got. Let's get these files here. Oh, I see. Yes. What if? When you have orientation things, that makes it really annoying.
I was wondering that exact thing, actually. Now that you're saying it out loud.
Cool. Okay.
The king is pleased.
The king's pleased. I'm good. Get rid of this guy. That's for sure. Okay, I'm being handed a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. This one? No one. I'm gonna try. Huh. You know, one of the great things is when, like, your partner probably has a great solution and you just can't see it.
Nah, I'm looking at nicosar's cards and I see the vision.
He sees the vision. Okay, okay.
I see the vision.
He sees the vision.
I see the vision.
I'm like, okay, so there's only 4 things
You,
that this could
unfortunately,
be.
on the other hand, cannot see the
I
vision.
cannot,
but, you know.
I cannot currently see the vision, and the speed run is grinding to a halt. Let's see, how many has he given me? He has given me. He's given me. Let's see, I've got this one. He's taken away a whole column. So I know that this is only one. Oh, I see them all. Okay, I didn't think there was enough.
The king is pleased.
Is my king still pleased? Yeah, I think he is. He better be. I ain't
Yeah.
counting that.
Much free of that one.
Hooray! Cool. That's my one next. Woohoo! King is pleased.
The king is pleased.
Okay, I can get
Are
rid
you
of-
sure the king is pleased?
Am I sure the king is pleased?
Are you sure the king is pleased?
Am I sure? No, he's not. He's angrily. Angie King. Okay, there you go. Yep, I think I'm good.
Good.
Okay, cool. So now we're on 11, waiting for our 12. So time is when we said King's pleased here.
The king is pleased.
Oh,
wait,
free one. No,
sorry.
no, not free. Okay, hang on. Boop. Boop.
The king is pleased.
Is mine still good? Yes, mine's still good. All right, that's time.
That's time.
Oh my lordy lord. All right.
GG.
Do I want to
So
know?
the first one was that when we had no lonely trees.
Yep.
So
Fair.
that's a fair discard. So yeah, that's no lonely trees.
That was exactly what I thought it was, and that was
Okay.
trivial.
Was it trivial? At the same time as having no lonely...
2.
Oh, I'm dumb. For some reason, I thought it was like the big group. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
I got lost in the sauce.
But yes,
You're
that
right.
first one
What
was
is
unfortunately very bad
8
luck.
divided by 2? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, in the scheme
Yes, I
of
would
things,
love to know what that means.
Yeah, so essentially
yes.
the dilemma we had was
Yeah.
that I now I've gone and
Yeah.
semi-shuffled them.
So
We had to have
we had the category of
a flower in every corner and a tree on every. How have I lost?
I
this
think
so
I've got the
completely?
flower on the no, because I discarded.
There we go. Oh no, that's the wells.
So we had no lonely
There we go.
flowers, and
We
we
had-
had
Yeah,
So,
we had to make this shape, but there are a total of 9 flowers in the game. The problem is you can't connect any of these to each other because the trees are blocking
Yes.
them. But you can just go 1, 2, 1, 2.
I kept trying to be like, if I put one in the middle, that'll connect them up.
Which with a different kind of
Yeah.
pattern is
Yes.
theoretically doable.
Yeah, that's for other
yeah.
for solving other ones like
Yeah.
the groups of grass and
Yeah,
or
yeah.
the groups of dirt. So
Yeah.
yes, I was just like, I'm lost, and like sometimes you just have to do the tilt reset, like just get rid of it. So that's the game. Broadly speaking, we've seen most of the types of things that can come up. I'm gonna look at the camera when I talk.
Very briefly at least.
Definitely chaotic fun. I think we have a couple of mistakes in there that we'll need to just double check
I think
on.
we had a fairly early renege.
I think we had a sand on the outside
Yeah.
and it shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Other than that, the fun of this game is watching it back and seeing what you were like so sure that you were in the moment right about. And definitely for like if you're into speed running and you like board games, this is a great intersection. And we have survived this instance without too much issue. So thank you, Osmorn, for your counselling and facilitation.
No.
Of course.
Bird's eye view giving us some
This is
help.
an amazing.
And
Yes, this is an absolutely amazing run, y'all. Where can we find y'all
well,
if you want to see more?
yep. Mostly we stream on my Twitch channel, so that's Alecat, Alecat. Nico also does his speed runs on
I've twitched it, so HC_nicosar. Very occasional.
Yeah, and we're around the place with Oz speedruns and stuff as well. So just want to say thank you, Multithon, for having us. It's always great coming out and being a part of this wonderful community.
Yeah.
And thank you, Osborne.
Thank you both. That was some of the most intense board gaming I have ever seen. And I wasn't even playing the game
I
myself.
dread to ask what our final time was. Did we
Dare you
fail?
want to know?
I think we're over 15 minutes. What do you reckon?
1847.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yep.
had a huge time loss near the start, so yes. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm getting a little... So, I mean, we've always said one of the reasons to co-op speedrun is so you can blame your partner, but always make sure you make up at the end of it.
Yeah.
Aw,
So,
wonderful.
with that, I think we're gonna sit back and watch some... We're looking forward to the next runs.
Yeah, definitely. So all the best for everyone yet to go at it. I'm sure it's still going to be an amazing multi-thon.
Thank you both so much for that amazing run, y'all. Give it up for Alecat and nicosar, y'all. We are going to be right back after a brief setup with our final run of the night that you all unlocked with your donations. Thank you so much once more for getting that unlocked. That is